guys, this is Mary at Cardz TV. Today we're going to make a super quick, cute little Valentine card, and we'll use two of the older Cricut cartridges, George and Basic Shapes, and Stretch Your Imagination. And our papers are going to come from this Recollection 6x6 paper pad. This one's called With Love. And for our sentiments, we'll be using one of my Cardz TV stamp sets. This is called Ticket Talk. And we're going to stamp several tickets, and we'll be using Good for One Hug, Good for One Kiss. We've got some hearts, I love you, and Happy Valentine's Day. So I'm going to get all this cleared out of the way so we can get started on our Valentine. For our card base, we'll be using this dark craft colored cardstock. This is from Recollections, and I cut this at 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. And go down the fold. And I'm going to keep my bone folder out, so we're going to be using that in just a minute. And going on top of this, I have this pretty red mat, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this cute white background with big red polka dots, and this is 3 3/4 by 5. I'm not going to adhere these onto my card base just yet, but I am going to adhere these together. I've got my card base and my two mats here. I'm going to set these aside for right now because we're going to work on something else that's going on the front of the card. Now, from the Stretch Your Imagination cartridge, the back two pages have some cards and envelopes. This is page 81, and I came over here to Silhouette, and I cut this first envelope, and this is a square envelope, and I cut this at 2.5 inches, and this is what I came up with. Now this will be the top of the envelope, and it makes little score lines, and I'm not going to score these. I'm just going to go ahead and fold it, but I will use my bone folder to crease it. And once I get all this folded, then I'm going to take some Scotch quick dry adhesive and get all of the sides and the bottom of the envelope adhered down. And here's the bottom. And this makes just the cutest little envelope. And we're going to put this on the front of our card. So I'm going to take the Scotch quick dry adhesive and put just a little bit on here. We don't need a lot. And we want to make sure that we don't seal it up to where we can't get what's going inside in there. We just need enough on here just to keep it closed. There we go. Now let me check that and make sure that works. Yep, perfect. Now we're going to do some stamping. And I've got my Martha Stewart stamp press. And this is my set of Ticket Talk stamps, and you can tell I have used them because they look a little bit grungy, even though I do clean them. And I'm going to first take out the ticket stamp and get that lined up right there. And you can use your stamp pad in two ways. You can turn it over and stamp your image, especially if it's a large one. Or if it's a smaller one like this, you can just go directly onto your stamp pad. And we're going to be stamping this on some more of that dark craft paper. That looks pretty good. And we're going to stamp 4 of these tickets. I'll just come right up here and stamp the first one. There we go. And I'll keep on stamping. Now I've got my 4 tickets stamped, and I've taken out Good for One kiss, good for one hug, the small heart, I love you, and happy Valentine's Day. I've got them right up here, and I'm going to go ahead and get these stamped on my 4 tickets. I've got all my sentiments stamped on my tickets, and you can see I've got 2 with admit 1 on this end of the sentiment, and then 2 with admit 1 on the other end. And I'm just going to take my nice sharp little cutter bee scissors and trim these out. Okay, I've got my envelope adhered down. Now, in the George cartridge, on page 119, under slotted, you'll find this little heart that I've cut out of red, and I cut this heart at 1.5 inches. And it's going to go right about there, and I want enough ribbon to go around to the back, the front, and tie in a bow. So I know I need that much and a good bit extra. I'd rather cut off too much than not enough. Bring that around to the front. And I'm going to put one in through this slot. Let's see, I need to cut it in a point. Sorry about all the noise, guys. I'm a noisy crafter. Pull that through. And put the other end through the other slot. And then we'll tie it in a bow. And once I get the bow tied, I'll take some glue dots and get my heart adhered down so it doesn't move. And now I can go ahead too and add my Happy Valentine's Day. I think I'm going to do it just like that. So I'll go ahead and get this tied in a bow. I got my bow tied, and I've got a glue dot under my heart. I've already put some ATG adhesive on the back of this little ticket, and I'm just going to slide that right under the edge of the heart and get this adhered down. And now we can go ahead and adhere this to our craft card base. Just like that. And then we'll put our little tickets in, and our card will be done. Here's my finished card, and I've decided to add another little red heart right up here at the top of the envelope, and I used that same George and Basic Shapes cartridge for the heart and cut it at 3/4 inch. I think it turned out really cute. I love these little tickets. Thanks so much for coming by today, guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye now.